2023 election. Remember the revelation of Obadiah Melafia. I will continue to speak about it. The revelation of Obadiah Melafia will continue to haunt every one of us. That man came up and called for 1 week sit at home by Christians. Everybody kept quiet. They pretended as if they didn't hear him. They pretended. When it was happening in the Southern Kaduna, the Christians in Southern Kaduna was almost wiped away. Nobody, every day. This kind of thing we are seeing today in Ondo State was happening on daily basis in Southern Kaduna. They were sharing tears, blood flow, burial everywhere. People pretended because it's not in the South. It's not in the South. The can wasn't doing anything. There was no uproar everywhere. Today, it has finally entered to the southern part of Nigeria. You see what's happening in Ondo? You see what has transpired in Ondo? And I could bet you that when you go and check, many people who have been murdered there, most of them will be from every region in Biafra land. Mainly the Igbo Biafrans. You will see Igbo Biafrans there. Because they are majority Christian. In any place you see a church, you see them. We are asking for the end of the contraption called Nigeria to save life. It is not out of hatred. We don't hate anybody. If you can be sincere and tell yourself the truth, the most loving tribe you can find in that contraption, the most lovable tribe is the Igbo Biafrans. They are the only one that can go and establish themselves in any environment, no matter how bad the environment is, no matter how you hate them, they will still go and establish themselves, develop your place, pay a tax, and give a handshake. They will participate in developing every area you see them. They are the only one that show the real love across every angle of that very contraption. But how long shall we continue to sacrifice our life in order to maintain one Nigeria? For how long shall the innocent blood be wasted in order to keep one Nigeria? How long? How many people more do you want to die before you come into the matter? I'm talking to the United Nations, to UK, more especially UK that just came to visit governor of Benue State. Maybe they are still in Nigeria. Why this is the visit they came was either yesterday or the day before yesterday. Why this thing is happening in their present? They came to ask questions. Now it has happened in their present. More than 40 people mowed down. And you don't want us to call them by their name. The people who have perpetrated the evil, they are not hidden. They are not hidden. Before you know it, if it were to be in the southeast, before you know it, now they will tell you it's IPOB. If we were to be in the southeast, they will name, first of all, they will come from unknown gunmen. When they will begin to unfold unknown gunmen, then they will divert and tell you that it's IPOB members. Today, you see what happened in Ondo State. Is it IPOB members that went to Ondo State to mow down people? That is why everybody in Oduduwa land have to wake up. This is the time for us, everybody, every indigenous tribe have to wake up. This is time for freedom. It is not time to talk about election. It is the time for referendum. Let every indigenous tribe continue to demand for referendum. Already there is a referendum case in the court coming October. Why won't there be a major protest to demand that very referendum? Let it go loud. Let it go louder than anything. Why is any sane person talking about election when people, some people are losing their life? Why is anybody talking about election when life and properties are not guarantees? You will sleep and wake up, you will not be sure that you're going to see the whole of the day. How long shall we continue to sacrifice our life to keep an evil empire that doesn't have anything to offer to us? How long? How long shall we continue to sacrifice our life to keep an evil empire that doesn't have anything to offer to you or to me? It is so sad. It is heartbreaking and sad. And it is high time everybody have to wake up. Wake up and do the needful. This fight is not just for the Biafrans. It's not just for the Duduans. It is for every indigenous tribe in that country of Nigeria to stand up and speak up. We cannot continue to waste innocent blood. You don't know who is going to be tomorrow. You are waiting until it happens to you before you react. You are waiting. You are there watching and waiting until it happens to the person that is close to you before you know what to do. I pray that one Nigeria will happen to you. Those of you who are still talking about one Nigeria, those of you who are campaigning, talking about election, I pray that one Nigeria will happen to you so that you wake up and know that the only solution to the problem is what? A breakup. You break it up. As soon as you break it up, you break the interest. Listen again. There is nothing wrong in having an Islamic nation. There is nothing wrong in it. But you must not force people who doesn't want to be in it to be in it. That is where the problem comes. And that is where the diversity comes in. A destructive diversity that cannot be managed. There is no way you can manage it. There are groups of people who have already made up their mind that they want Islamic nation. That is what they want. And you don't have any right to stop them. I am not standing against them. Allow them to have their own Islamic nation on their region through a referendum. Those who want to have the secular state, let them be on their side, fighting the secular state. We can still interact together. We can do so many things together. But when the country is being broken into pieces, then people can be able to protect their borders. You can protect your border legitimately. You protect your border. You can now know when people when foreigners are coming in and when your citizens are performing something. But as it stands now, nobody knows who is a Nigerian and who is not a Nigerian. Nobody knows. You see the Fulanis, even the Fulani elders, defending the foreigners coming into the country. I have played their videos so many times when a sitting governor was telling you that Fulanis do not have any identity except Fulani. They don't even identify themselves as Nigerians. They are identified as Fulani. That is, first they identify themselves as Fulani. And they accept anybody as a Fulani. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. They accept you as part of them, as part of the country. That is why you see the border in the north is being opened wide. They opened the border wide in the north. And through that is where the whole terrorists flood in. They flood in. Including Fulanis in the Sudan, Niger, all part of West Africa. All African countries where they are, including Mauritania. All of them claim citizenship in Nigeria. And so many of them have voters card. Many of them have their NIM or whatever you call it. They have the national ID card. Even the indigenous people who don't have it. The indigenous people don't have the national ID card. But these foreigners, they have national ID card of the contraction called Nigeria. And this is a country that somebody will sit back and begin to watch and be part of it. May Chukwu Okikabiyama have mercy on all you people. A senator have come in the House of Senate to say that Nigeria can never ever have peace, can never ever survive, there can never be any equality because of the 1999 constitution that they are practicing. And nobody anywhere had the lever to bring down that 1999 constitution. There's no plan anywhere to bring it down. They are protecting that 1999 constitution at the expense of innocent blood. They can spill the blood of innocent to protect that very 1999 constitution. That is how evil they are. That is how evil these people are. And you will be sitting there, be talking about election. You will be sitting there electing people that are going to kill you more. It doesn't matter who you bring. It doesn't matter. Go and bring your own mother, make him the president of that country. The killing will continue. The destruction will continue. The loss of life will continue. Why are you enslaving people unnecessarily? Why are you allowing the blood of the innocent to be wasted away? Why are you allowing the innocent Biafrans to die on a daily basis? Why? What have they done? What have they done? Innocent people who have not committed any crime. The only crime they committed is that they are part of the one Nigeria. The people that lost their life in Ondo today, the only crime they committed is that they found themselves in a contraption formed by Britain. In an amalgamation that they never signed up for. In a constitution that they never signed up for. That is the only crime they committed. And today, they lost their life. Who knows who's going to be tomorrow? By this time yesterday, these people were still alive. They were still alive. But on Sunday morning, every one of them is gone. Now we are talking about them and remembering them. You don't know who is going to be tomorrow. You don't know who is going to be tomorrow. The survivors of today will be a victim tomorrow. Some of us that have survived today might be a victim tomorrow. That is why you must speak up. Don't wait until it happens to you before you speak. Don't wait. If you're one of those who is waiting until it happens, you want to see it happen to you first before you keep waiting. And it's definitely going to happen to you. It will definitely happen to you. But pray and pray hard that when it happens to you, that you have the mouth to confess. There are some many people that it happened to, they will not have the mouth to say what they saw. You saw the Reverend Father. Chukwu Okikabiyama kept him alive to come and say what he saw. And he came and confessed what he saw. So many people will fall into that very victim. So many people will fall into the hand of the kidnappers. With everything against that man, his tribe is against him. For him being an Igbo Biafran, that one alone can take his life. For him being a priest, a Christian, that one alone is enough to take his life. But yet, Chukwu Okikabiyama kept him alive. Chukwu Okikabiyama kept him alive. There is a reason for that. There is a reason for that. And we must not fall our hands. We must not relent in our effort. We must not sit back. Every Biafran, you have to rise. Every indigenous tribe in that country, you have to rise. This is the time. Call for the end of the contraption. That is the only way life can be saved. Obadiah Melafia told us in 2022 that they are going to create war, if possible. From every indication, the war has started. The long-awaited war. That cry, Mazin Nankana be crying. That's it that Mazin Nankana saw. And he formed the ESN. When the governors have refused to protect themselves, you can see it happening today. Look at the Southwest. Even in the Southwest, where they have a Amoteku, you see that the contraption called Nigeria made that Amoteku impotent. They made Amoteku impotent, and so Amoteku do not have the firepower to follow these people. Even Amoteku have a restriction where to go and where not to go. We have had so many times where Amoteku was arrested by police, where Amoteku went into struggle with the military, where they were fighting with the military. What does that tell you? Amoteku that was legally established to protect the Oduduwa land. You see the military going in combat with them, fighting against them, in order to protect the Fulanis, in order to protect these people that are killing today, in order to protect these terrorists. The military will go against Amoteku. What does that tell you? It tells you that the only thing that can make you have a nation where your brother will be protected is what? When you have your own nation. That is the only alternative. Separation. When you separate the contraption, then everybody can be able to be on their own. I say it and I say it again. There is nothing wrong in having an Islamic nation. There is nothing wrong. We have the Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia, there are still Christians that are living there. There are Christians who have businesses over there. They go there, obey all their laws, and stay there. After staying, they come back to their homes. Even in Iran and Iraq, there are still Christians who are over there. There's nothing wrong in having an Islamic nation. If there are a certain group of people that want it, allow them to have it. That is what Boko Haram have been fighting for. That is why in one of the Boko Haram, Mazin Nankan said he's not even against the Boko Haram. They are fighting for whatever they believe in. They are fighting for the allow them to have their stake. Meanwhile, allow others to have theirs. Why are you forcing people into what they've not bargained for? The Boko Haram you are chasing and fighting already. Many countries, many states in the north already are practicing Sharia. Recently, you saw somebody. After the case of Deborah, that was a Christian, somebody was burnt in Abuja of all people. Abuja, Federal Capital Territory. Somebody was burnt down again a few days ago. Somebody was burnt to death a few days ago, all in the name of blasphemy in Abuja. And this is what you want us to be witnessing. You will see people still talking about one Nigeria, pretending. The politicians don't care about you. They don't care about me. And all you got to do is to wake up and begin to prepare to go and line up and vote for them. What vote? The only vote every indigenous tribe in that country is supposed to be talking about is what? Referendum. That is the only vote we are supposed to be talking about. How to have a referendum. And it is only that referendum that is going to set everybody free. When we have the referendum, you can now go to your region, protect your borders. You can now have a nation that you'll be patriotic to. As it stands today, nobody is a one Nigerianist. Even those who confess it with their mouth, they are all talking with their mouth. Those who confess it are all liars. They are all. There's no single truth in them. Every single one of them confess, they are all liars. But what do we do? Some of us, you see, some of us in the southern part of Nigeria, we are busy gossiping. Even Biafran, some of them are busy gossiping. Some of them are busy fighting against the freedom of their own people, and they claim to be fighting for freedom. You see some set of people claiming to fight for freedom, but meanwhile they are fighting against the freedom of their people. So many of you must have seen the videos that are going viral, the revelation that Brother Simon Ekpa made about one of the group that are fighting against Mazin Nankan. The question that we have been asking for a very long time, finally, our Brother Simon Ekpa have answered it. The long-awaited question, a question that the leadership of IPOB are supposed to answer, which they refuse to provide an answer to today. You see Simon Ekpa answering the question, and yet people are not pleased. Some people are still busy attacking him. Some people are still busy out of their own self. They just want to be right on their own. They don't want to accept their mistakes. They don't want to accept their mistakes because you were pushing him to fight the battle when it wasn't right for him to fight. You were pushing him while he was slowing down, making an investigation to get credible evidence. He was waiting. He was waiting. Finally, when the evidence had come out, you still don't want to buy into it. You are still looking for somewhere else to hold hand and begin to condemn him. You begin to tarnish his image, begin to call him all of names. Go to the social media. Instead of accepting the fact and focusing your attention on the real enemy, you are now fighting against that person that is genuinely standing for you and protecting you. Go and see what they're saying on their video. Some of them will just capitalize and say that you're sharing the nude. Why are you sharing nude? Now they have forgotten the story of how the pictures came about and why that picture was being brought out. They are not even concerned about the evil that woman wanted to do. They are not even concerned about the evil the person is about to do. Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not your father, it's not your brother. If Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was to be your own father, or your own brother, or your own direct brother, and you discover that this person, this kind of a thing against your own brother, and you are being told to force that person to go and confess, so many of you cannot even wait for 2 minutes. Some of you would have even shared the video. We are talking of a picture. So many of you would have even shared the video. So many of you would have even shared the naked video. But today, even with the distance, the way someone tried to be much more distant, even closing so many parts of that video, just to make her come out and accept the fact she is still bold and bragging in her crime that is obvious, that something that was seen on video. You want to twist it and change it, and may Chukwu have mercy on all of you. It will never be well of you. It will never be well with you. As many as of you, those of you who are going against that which is right, those of you that are standing against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Mazen Simon Ekpa, your time is up. As long as you are not genuinely fighting for Biafra, you are speaking out of your own selfish interest. Wait for it. It's going to be your turn. It's going to come to you. It is not compulsory that we must approach issues on the same direction. It is not compulsory that we must think in like manners. There are different ways to solve issues. When your brother is speaking, listen carefully to what he has to say. He might have a genuine point. He or she might have a genuine point. Don't demonize somebody simply because the person did not use the language you want him to use. Even when you know that the person is fighting for the same thing you are fighting for. Why don't you have patience? That is why I love Simon Ekpa so much. That man has a great patience. I wish every other Biafran can have the kind of patience he has to be able to achieve what we want. Biafra is closer today, much more than it was yesterday. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter what anybody does. We will continue to fight this battle until the last man standing. Biafrans, wake up and do the needful. Protect yourself. Defend yourself. The war has come already. It is not a mere hearsay. The command they are waiting for can come at any. You might be in your sleep. You see these people, they just woke up to go to church in the morning, and it happened. The same way, you don't know when the trumpet will sound and everywhere will be on fire. Protect yourself. Be ready at all times. And that is why when you have to follow instruction, listen to Voice of Biafra 97.5 FM. Follow up the platform of Bora Simon Ekpa. Follow it up so they can get the update on what is happening. Know where to step your foot. Continue to embark on the sit at home. It will save your life. It will save you a great deal. When you sit at your home on that very Monday, or anytime the sit at home is being called, nobody is going to come your house to drag you out or to kill you. You are going to save your own life. Don't go and gamble with your life. You have seen it. There are many unknown or Fulani men who can speak Igbo more than you, who claim to be Igbos. There are also some aggrieved group. The politicians are there. The Bubago people are there, taking the life of people in order to demonize IPOB. It is high time you wake up, follow the instruction, and you remain alive, and nothing will happen to you. My warning is to every indigenous tribe in the country called Nigeria. The fight is not just for the Igbos alone, not just for the Biafrans alone, not for the Oduas alone, not for Yorubas alone. It is for every indigenous tribe. And the time is now to take your nation back. You take your nation back not by conducting an election, it is by referendum. It is by referendum. It is only through referendum you can be able to take your nation back. When you conduct a referendum, any people will know where they fall into. Majority carry the votes. Already, why are you stopping these people who are already practicing Sharia in their state? Why are you stopping them from living? Why are you forcing yourself to be with them? Why? How does that work? Look at the government in power. A terrorist government that supports everything terrorism. They defend them, they protect them. Their military have infiltrated before your own very eye. They tell you, they didn't hide it, they tell you that they recruited members of Boko Haram into the military. You have heard several confessions. A policeman that came to indict them, they sacked the policeman. A reverend father came, the same confession, and they invited him for questioning. What else do you want to hear? Is it God that will come from heaven to tell you before you hear? Let me tell you. Just like people that lost their life in the church today. The only thing Chukwu Okeke will do is to give you revelation. The only thing Chukwu Okeke will give to you is to give you revelation of what is about to happen when it hasn't happened. It is left for you to save your life. Your life is in your own hand. Your life is if you are waiting for Chukwu Okeke to come and pull you out and you suddenly the government will come and you disappear, it is not going to happen. You have to do something to protect yourself. Self-defense is not a crime. If you see something, say something. That is the way you can stay alive. If you hear something, follow it up. Protect yourself. Self-defense is not a crime. Nobody is advising you to go and fight military or go and meet a policeman and kill him. No. You have to protect yourself. With the same equal force they are coming to you, it doesn't matter whoever is coming. Whether they are coming on uniform or not coming on uniform, you have to protect yourself. Defend yourself at all times. Because, let me tell you, I don't know why people are so forgetful. A general, former chief of army staff, a general, Danjuma, came out and told you that the military are colluding with the terrorists. When it was happening in his own state, they told you they are colluding. So if you are in southern part of Nigeria, you all of a sudden you are believing that the military will protect you. You better think again. You better think again. May Chukwu Okeke God and protect us and give us the strength to protect ourselves for what is about to come. I thank everybody that watched this video. When you watch this video, please share this video. Share it to all platforms. Share it to family and friends. Share it to anybody. Let it go to everybody. It is time for us to stand up and defend our land. How do you defend our land? It is time to take the country back. How do you take it back? By referendum, not by election. Stop talking about election. It doesn't matter whom they choose. Let them go to heaven and bring Christ to come out. It can never change the situation. The only thing that will bring a lasting peace is the disintegration of that country. Once you break it up, you break the interest. There's nothing else. Break it and break the interest. It doesn't matter who you put on power. Whoever you put there cannot change the situation. It will, in fact, it will become worse. The war has started. Don't fold your hand and be murdered. Protect yourself and defend yourself. May Chukwu Okeke God and protect you and secure you wherever you are watching from. Thank you for watching. Please share the video on every platform. May Chukwu Okeke protect you. May Chukwu Okeke protect every Biafran wherever you are. Any part of the world where you are, any part of that country where you are as a Biafran, Chukwu Okeke will protect you. The Oduduwa people, I pray that Chukwu Okeke will protect the Oduduwa people, secure them and save them from the hand of this evil that have come. I pray that Chukwu Okeke will secure the Oduduwa people, secure every genuine person in that country from Nigeria that is fighting for freedom. Chukwu Okeke will secure you. You will never lose your life. You will never ever lose your life. It doesn't matter what they do, they will never lose your life. Chukwu Okeke will save you and secure you. May Chukwu Okeke guide and protect our Sula Mazen and the Kano. Today, the long-awaited question have been answered, and Mazen Nandekano is coming out sooner than expected. Biafra is much more closer than it was yesterday, but you must have to be at alert. You have to be mentally tough for you to be able to witness that Biafra when it comes. No man born of a woman can stop the coming of Biafra. Biafra is here. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter they start their war. It doesn't matter how many lives they take. They are going to kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra will definitely come. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from. And remember, guys, bye-bye. See you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okeke.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand on the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold all of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals, they are saying saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You have to go everywhere. We must continue.